This is my audience. My mom and my dad and my sister. Okay. This is a story that stuck with me since I last read it in elementary school. Have you ever heard of the award-winning children's book, Stella Luna? It was written by Janelle Cannon in 1994. She was a self-taught artist and writer, and she admired animals that had been neglected and misunderstood. She sold 500,000 copies of Stella Luna, and Stella Luna was the bestseller for 2 years straight. Stella Luna is the story of a fruit bat, and she gets separated from her mother in the beginning of the story because her mother is out collecting fruit for herself and Stella Luna, and an owl comes along and attacks their nest. So Stella Luna hasn't learned how to fly yet, and she falls out of the nest, and she is falling, and she grips a branch with her feet, and she hangs on until she can't hang on any longer, and then she falls again, and that's when she lands in the bird's nest. When she lands in the bird's nest, she meets Flap, Flitter, and Pip, and she has to live by Mama Bird's rules and act like a bird. She has to eat bugs and sleep upright. She can't sleep upside down. She teaches her bird siblings, how to act like a bat and sleep upside down because it feels natural for her, but then Mama Bird tells her that they're not allowed to do that because they're birds. So she has to obey all of Mama Bird's rules. So one day she took a trip with her siblings, and they left her behind, and it was getting dark. So after they left her, she flew until she couldn't fly anymore, and she fell in a tree. She woke up to another bat staring at her, and her and the other bat argued back and forth about how bats were supposed to sleep upside down, not upright. And so Luna tells him that Mama Bird told her to sleep upright. And then the bat explains to Stella Luna how all bats are supposed to sleep upside down, and that only birds sleep upright. So then the bat takes Stella Luna to the bat family and introduces her to everyone, and this is where Stella Luna finally reunites with her mother. So Stella Luna gets to act like a bat finally, and she gets to sleep upside down like all the other bats, and she gets to eat fruit again, and she gets to do everything like her mother does now. So after she's introduced to all of her bat family, she visits her bird siblings and introduces them to her bat family too. So after she introduces them to her bat family, they take a trip and they fly around, and all the birds, her bird siblings, say that they want her to be able to land on a branch like they can, and she says, yeah, I know, I wish I could too, and I wish you guys could see it night like me. So they realize that they all have their own differences, and that's okay because they remain friends throughout the story. And after they tell each other that they wish they could do other things, Stella Luna tells her her bird siblings, that they're friends, and that's a fact. So she is the one that states that she doesn't care, like, whether they're bats or birds. They just get along, and she learned how to be a bird first, so she knows how it's like to be in their shoes. I think Stella Luna is a wonderful children's story because it makes others appreciate other people's differences, and it's a great lesson about diversity, and it teaches kids to accept others' cultures and how they might live differently than themselves. Stella Luna faces many difficulties in this story, and she teaches all of her siblings to act like bats, and then she is told that she can't act like a bat anymore, so that's a big difficulty for her in the story. And then she demonstrates an understanding of her own heritage because she teaches the bats how to live, or the birds how to live like her, and finally she gets to become a bat again, and they all remain great friends. story.